All right, gang. So what's up, expats and travelers alike? As you guys know, I'm Josh with Expats Everywhere.
And I'm Kalie.
And we're coming to you from hotel rooms. That's why we are dimly lit. Valencia's sleeping in the bathroom right now.
Yeah.
So that's fun. Guys, this is going to be really informal. We're going to try to do about 30 minutes. And if you guys want to put any questions that you have in the chat, please do that. We'll try to answer those questions, and we'll give another minute or so for other people to join, and then we'll really get cracking.
Now, some of you have emailed us with questions. We don't have those pulled up. We did run through them just to have an idea. So if you want to shoot those in the chat session as well, because I think everyone can see the chat, right?
Yeah, I think so.
This is our first time doing this, going live. So let us know if everyone can see.
We have
what's going on.
Zachary Frome.
Okay. Can everyone see his comment? Just making sure.
So he's asking, how are you handling banking while in country?
Thanks, Fred.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just get rolling.
Yeah, let's do it.
Go ahead. So we'll start with the first one. How are you handling banking while in country? So the plan is, and this was actually a really big question, the plan is to open a bank account when we get there. Now, normally, and I know some of you have this, so it might be a repeat if people come in late, but normally you're supposed to go to Portugal, open up a bank account, and then show that you have the bank account. But because of COVID and Americans not being allowed to travel over there for tourism, you can't do that. So the embassy, the Washington DC embassy, informed us that we should just write a letter that says we can't go over for tourism to open a bank account due to COVID, but we plan on doing it when we get there. So we wrote that letter and we said, you know, the embassy told us to write it, and then we signed it and we put that in our packet. So once we get over there, we will open a bank account.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get a tax ID number and then we'll open up a bank account, transfer some money from the US into that account, and then, kind of be working out of that account, although we're going to be getting paid in USD. So not a whole lot is probably going to be going into that Portuguese account unless it's deposited by us. So we'll kind of see how that goes. And obviously some of the questions that we've been asked already about things that are going to happen in country, we're going to make videos on that stuff. This journey is not going to end when we arrive into Portugal. We're going to transition into putting out videos about living in Portugal.
And if you guys like this and it goes well with these questions, and we'll do another live session once we get over there as well. So the banking, we're kind of off the hook with COVID. One good thing about COVID, off the hook a little bit, that we don't have to go there beforehand.
Okay. Next is Sherry Miller. As of now, are they approving 4-month visas without applying for a resident permit too?
That's the temporary one,
That's the temporary one. Go ahead.
I think they are. I'm under the impression yes, actually, you know what? About a month ago, VFS did write and say that they were now accepting all visas.
Every visa, you're right.
So I do think that entails the temporary visa as well. VFS has been pretty good with replying, and honestly, if they don't reply within a few days, I write again, and normally I get something from someone. So we think that they are doing those temporary visas, but it's worth writing VFS to see. Yeah,
VFS was really slow during the really hard part of COVID. I mean, I know it's all been kind of hard, but the first several months, they just were shut down completely.
March, April,
and everything was up in the air. But once June kicked in, and I think that's when Europe started to open up a bit, then they became a bit more responsive, even though they were still shut down too. Travel Girl.
Did we miss any?
Hey. No, we didn't miss anyone else. Jim, hey, good. Thank you for letting us know that you can see these comments.
Good. Fred as well.
Okay. How did you rent overseas? Best company. Well, obviously, we don't have a ton of experience with different companies, but we can tell you that I had experience with Idealista, using that as like an aggregator to find different apartments. And when we decided to go the apartment route, we decided to search Idealista first. And I'd used it when I lived in Spain. So 10 years ago, 11 years ago now, used it in Spain and was familiar with the platform. Actually liked the way the platform operates, even though it kind of looks a bit archaic now compared to like an Airbnb platform.
It's good though.
But it's good. It's fine. Well. But there were several property management companies, and we talked about those in some other vlogs. Living and Feel Porto were two of the ones that had the most apartments. So once you get dialogue with those folks and you say, hey, I'm looking for a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, they're probably going to throw a bunch of listings at you. And then you just have to make sure it fits your needs or not.
And you don't pay for that, because whoever they're representing as the apartment owners, they pay for it.
Yeah.
And you'll find actually that some of these apartments are also on like booking.com or even Airbnb, because they do these short-term rentals. So you can do it for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even a year. They generally list that on Idealista. So that's kind of a nice function, because we've been in countries where they don't do that, right? It's at least a year. So we just went ahead and did a 6 month, which was a requirement.
Yeah.
So that is something you have to do before you go, whether it's a hotel, Airbnb, or an actual apartment. 6 months, and then we just decided we can extend it if we want to, or we can move on to a different place
cities
or whatever. Yeah. So that's idealista.pt for Portugal.
That's
so
right.
It's IDEALISTA.pt. But we have put that in some other videos as well, and links in the description.
And there are other companies, but in general, you're going to find the property management companies who you're actually going to be renting through on a platform like Idealista.
Yeah, it was really easy. I would recommend it.
Fred Wang.
Fred, regarding the satisfaction of D7 visa income requirements, could you share the categories of income and the corresponding documentation? Do you have rental income?
Yeah, so with this one, VFS and actually the consulate, they're not much help. They're not much help saying what SEF is actually looking for. So honestly, I don't know if we can accurately answer this question in terms of what they're looking for, but we can tell you what we put in there. The first thing we did, I used an app called Personal Capital, and Personal Capital gives a breakdown of like really every bit of income, every bit of debt that you have, you can put into this app if you're comfortable doing that. And we just printed out all that stuff and we were like, here, but they didn't like that.
They didn't seem to understand it.
Yeah. So then they came back to us and asked us for clarification of income and some other supporting documents.
Statements and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So we actually had to break down those things, show several months back. As far as showing rental income, we do have rental income. However, we don't actually draw any of the rental income. We just reinvest it into the property holding company that we have.
They did ask.
They did ask. On paper, we have rental income, but we don't actually use it as income.
So what we did is we just showed the bank statements, and we highlighted the money coming in from the rental properties. We also got our property manager to send us the breakdown of it, which she normally does monthly. So what she did is she just put together like the last, actually I think the whole year. We just asked her to do January through, at that time it was probably August.
Yep.
And she just broke that down just to show that we own these properties, and this is the rent coming in and the income that we're making, even though we're not actually, like Josh said, using that as income that we're using, that goes back into the LLC. But
yeah, so on paper, it looks like the rental income is $2,200, even though there's some expenses involved in that and some money that we hold back for capital expenditures or maintenance, things like that. But just the actual, like, here's how much the mortgage is, here's how much the rent is, this is the difference, this is our income. But again, we don't use it. Now,
like Josh said at the beginning of this question, it was kind of cryptic on how much you're supposed to be making. The only thing we found is on the SEF website, and we did talk about this in another blog and put it in the description. The only thing we found is they talked about that the average that a local makes is €635. So you should at least be making that for one person.
Yeah.
Then if there's another person, so like for us, it would be $635 and then 50% of that. And then if you have a kid, I think it was 10%.
That's right.
A minor. So if you just kind of do that math on that. So we felt that we were okay because it was quite of a low number, but they never really came out and said, this is the number. We just found that on their website, but no one that we talked to said, this is the hard number. It seems like they make it a little ambiguous so they can decide on what they want to do.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's keep moving on. Beverly, hey, good to see you.
Oh, I was like, where's that question?
And then Travel Girl has hit us up. Let's see. I hear applying for NHR, so non-habitual tax resident, is recommended as it reduces or allows no taxes to be paid for 10 years. What have you heard? Okay, so this is another thing that we're going to get into when we actually get there and we get a little more clarification. In our research and our understanding, the income that we make from abroad is not taxed in Portugal, which is awesome. Now, how that looks about doing our taxes back in the States, I don't know if we're going to be able to claim the foreign earned income anymore. I'm going to check with our CPA and and kind of go that route.
Right, which for those of you who are interested, we did a video with him. His name is Stephen Bush, and he helps expats with American expats with taxes, and then other internationals with investments. But he would be good to go through. He knows a lot about how that works.
Yeah, and he's not paying us to say this, just he's really good.
But it can be pretty tricky, and you want to make sure you do it the right way. You always have to file.
Yeah, always file. Don't always have to pay.
Yeah.
We're not tax experts. He is. We leave it up to him.
Yeah. Oh, he is waking up. Might be too loud. Okay. Hotel room.
All right. What is... Okay, so next is...
Melody?
Nope, we missed one right here. Did VFS not do anything? So this is story wrappers. Did VFS not do anything for you that you had to do yourselves? You want to get her?
Yeah, I'm going to go get her.
Sorry. So that's
Here's the dog.
No, I think that they pretty much told us everything that we needed to do. And, for example, the fingerprints, obviously we had to go out and do that. And then once our paperwork got shifted over to the consulate, it was a lot of interacting with the consulate. So the two ladies we spoke with, one was Dina. This is in Washington, D.C. And the other one, I don't remember her name off the top of my head. I want to say it's Patricia, but I know that's a common name. Yeah, but no, it's pretty straightforward communication from the consulate. What will your jobs be? So we're keeping the digital jobs that we have, for now. We both have been working online. Before COVID hit, we'd been working online for over a year. And we're going to be keeping those jobs. Before that, both of us were international school teachers, and we wanted to take a break and pursue these other kind of entrepreneurial things and grow Expats Everywhere. It's my dream, guys, to be able to fully fund an income doing content for Expats Everywhere. So that's what I'm working towards. Kalie's going to keep doing her thing as well. And then once we can get two incomes, we're off. But thanks for the question, Beverly. Melody Walker, what has been your experience so far getting the dog to travel? Which airline are you flying? Okay, so great question. The dog's an international traveler, not gonna lie. So we actually got him in South Korea. We brought him back to the US 6 years ago. And then we went to Saudi Arabia. He did not go with us to Saudi Arabia. So there was a year-ish that he stayed back in the US. And then when we moved to Singapore, we took him. We were in Singapore for 4 years. Then we flew back to the US. We brought him back. And then now this is, I guess, going to be his, third country. But he's taken many international trips, I guess. He's super small. I mean, if you guys, I'm going to disrupt him. He's laying down, but he's super small. I mean, if you compare him to that. Thanks, Pincho. So he fits underneath the seat in front of us, so we don't have to put him in cargo, which is really nice. It's really nice to not have to worry about your pet, the temperatures down in cargo. That kind of takes care of which airlines are good with dogs, because really all of them except the Middle Eastern airlines are good with dogs in the cabin. Underneath is a different story. We are personally this time flying Air France and KLM. And KLM is one of the best at taking care of dogs, loving on dogs. Air France is pretty good. But we've flown Delta, we've flown United. So they're all pretty decent in cabin. All right. Ash S, we're preparing our application for a visa appointment in December. We're getting a little nervous about the financial requirements. I feel you. What kind of visa did you guys get, and did you show your online income? Online income. So if you mean online income, like the income that we make from Expats Everywhere, no, we didn't actually show that. But our digital jobs, they're with physical companies. We're just doing the work remotely. It's like work from home. Some people actually work at the office or work on site. We just happen to work off site, both of us. And yeah, we got the D7 visa. We had to show all of our incomes, or we did show all of our incomes because we wanted to make our application stronger, really. So thanks for that question, Nash.
Did you answer everything about the dog? Okay.
I answered quite a bit about the dog, but Kalie,
I heard the dog.
Yeah, it was just asking about what airline we were flying and what's been our experience. You might want to say what's been our experience traveling with the dog. So
it does depend on the airline whether they consider them a personal item. So like your purse or your laptop bag or whatever. So the good thing about Air France is it's neither, as it should be, because you always have to pay for them. So it's like, why am I paying more and then taking away like my purse or something? So we'll see when we get over there. I'm sure you said that we'll let you know how the experience was with Air France. And then we'll do more information on the USDA and that whole process as well. Yeah, we're going to do that from start to finish. Yeah. Just so you guys can see. It seems like a lot, but I have a checklist. Yeah. You can get that checklist. Yeah. Oh man, it just jumped. Let's see. Okay, we're here. You want to read it out? James. Did you need a reference? We have followed some Facebook posts wherein applicants were asked for a reference in Portugal while others were not. Did VFS Global ask for a reference?
No reference.
No. Now on the application, someone just asked this recently. The application asked like, it asks a question like that, like a reference or something. But we just put the owners of the apartment. I think it was in regards to your accommodations.
Right.
So when you go through that, you get an actual contract, and then you send the contract, a copy of that. So on the contract will be the owners and their NIF number. So we just put that as like the owners of the apartment.
I reckon they contacted them. I bet they did.
Yeah, but we didn't actually need a reference. We have seen that before as well, but
we didn't. We didn't get asked.
No, I think due to the nature of the visa, you shouldn't, because you don't necessarily know someone there. Right?
Yeah, that's right. You're not being invited by a company. Like that's usually how it works. We've seen that. We've had that in other instances where we've gotten jobs from a company that is based locally, and then that's the name that you put.
They give you some reference letter normally that you need when you go through immigration and everything,
right.
But it shouldn't be like that with this visa.
Yep. All right. Keep going. RJ. Hey. All right. Next.
Masucci Miss. I hope I said that right.
Yeah.
I am terrible with names and stuff like that. Other languages. So hello, Portuguese. How many countries have you been to? Have you ever been to a country that is perceived as dangerous?
Yes. So how many countries have we been to? I think we've lost count. We're definitely over 75.
I think we're probably in the 80.
We're probably past 80 now. Yeah.
So
we haven't lived in that many countries. Right. We've visited that many.
It's been really hard not traveling with COVID.
Yeah.
Especially with plans like when I got pregnant, and you obviously have to stop flying at a certain point, and then in our minds we had when she was 2 months old we were going to head off, and that was the beginning of March. So as you guys can imagine, we're ready to go.
So we've lived in kind of through the timeline. We've lived in the States, US, Spain, Busan, South Korea, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, and now we're finally getting out of the S countries and we're going to go to a P country.
Yeah, we did not plan it like that.
No, we didn't.
Yep.
But perceived as dangerous. Well, I mean, I think for sure people perceive like Saudi Arabia as dangerous.
The Middle East
in general. But it's not really dangerous. Like the locals are quite friendly and chill. Yeah.
They have their issues, but I mean, most countries do.
Most dangerous feeling country just being there, I think, was probably Morocco. And we were in Tangier.
I thought you were going to say Russia.
Oh, Russia was a bit dodgy too, but we went on a cruise and we got a lot of free time, and we did.
We did see
some stuff.
Yeah.
But Yeah, not so bad.
So some of them are dangerous for different reasons too. I mean, obviously we've been to South Africa and they've got areas that are dangerous. You know, Johannesburg is dangerous, but
we were also with locals and we just knew how to, we knew how to navigate that because of them. And I love South Africa. Love it.
We do like Cape Town.
That's where I got this shirt.
So there's kind of a range. And then we've also been to, you know, Singapore. Obviously we live there. South Korea, Japan, very safe countries.
Yeah.
Quite a spectrum.
All right, let's keep going so we can get everyone going.
Yeah. Sherry?
Yeah.
How will you handle your U.S. license ID? Do they require you to surrender it? Are we talking about a driver's license?
Yeah, hit us up in the chat. Do you mean driver's license? And then we'll jump back to the question.
Oh, back to Masucci
Miss. Mm-hmm.
Is it like 1 a.m. in Portugal right now?
I think it is like 1 a.m. in Portugal.
2 a.m.
5
hours ahead.
Yeah, but we're in Miami right now. We have our flight on Tuesday.
Yeah. We're not there yet, but they're 5 hours ahead right now until daylight savings at the end of October. And then we'll switch. What?
Arthur João Costa Rebelo.
Oh.
Hey man. He's been awesome in the comment section, guys. If you've watched any videos or if you've looked at the comment section of any of these videos, this guy has been on fire in there, being a local on the ground. We don't actually know him personally, but we feel like we know him because he's always digging into the comment section. So thank you.
And Arthur. Thanks for being on right now.
Yeah, at 2 a.m. Yeah. Fred, you're welcome.
Hello. Ranjit.
Yeah. Hola. Tudo bem?
Ash
is back.
Okay. If you have $250,000 in the bank as savings, is that adequate, or do you have to have monthly income, whether passive or from income earned from remote work in the U.S.?
You know, that's a great question, Ash, and I don't really know how to answer that, but you definitely have 5 times more than we had in cash in the bank. So that'll tell you how much we had in the bank. Yeah, so we showed on our statements that we had $50K in the bank, but again, we did have those incomes. Man,
I mean, I wonder.
They do have, so they do have their golden visa, and they do have a golden visa by property investment. And if that's something that you're interested in, you should really look into that.
Because there are cheap properties that need to be renovated, but I think
I want to say that it's like 100 or 200,000 over time, like over a certain amount of time that you need to invest to qualify for that visa. But you don't have to do it all at once, and it can be spread out among multiple properties, which is nice.
And I do wonder, though, because a lot of retirees go there, and I guess they're maybe drawing off of monthly
pension. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but maybe they just have the money in the bank. Like, what if they have a lump sum and they can just prove that that's what they'll be drawing off of? You know, especially 250,000. It's not like you're going to run out of that anytime soon. And then with the renewals, they might just check and see what you're at. So should be okay, but try writing VFS about that one. See if they can get back to you. But again, the whole numbers thing, they're quite cryptic on that.
They're super cryptic. Yeah. All right, back to
where'd it go?
Travel girl.
Oh, I think someone.
Oh man. Oh, what did I do?
I think you.
There we go. Got it.
How or what do you do to give permission to the Department of Borders and Customs to obtain a criminal record from Portugal?
There's a form.
Yeah. So on the SCF website, which you can get to from VFS, it's like how to apply, more information, and it moves you over to the SCF one. On the one side, it says like needed documents. Mm-hmm. And we have put these links in our other vlog videos. So it says more documents, and we actually did a screenshot of it in one video. I can't remember which one it was. And that's where you get like the official form that you have to fill out, and it goes through a list of things you need. On there, there's a link. You click it, and it's in Portuguese. So that's actually what we used. One of the things we used the translation for. Yeah. There's a few blanks to fill in. So use like a Google app or something, right? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Translation to see what it is, and you fill in. It's just your name, and it's allowing them, to check you out, I guess. So you just print it out.
If we can, we'll put the link in the description of this below once we
We're
wrap
done.
it up.
Yeah.
We'll try to find it again and drop it in there for you.
Yeah, but it's just they have it as one of the things they list. So it's a form that you fill out and send in.
Back with
Ash.
Ranjit.
No.
Oh, Ash, sorry.
If you're not using the rental income as income, what did you show on your application as your income?
Our digital job income. Yeah.
Since we work digitally.
I mean, okay, let me back up. We did show that we had rental income in terms of that if we needed to draw from this rental income, we could. We're just saying that we don't. We don't live off of that money. We still have our jobs, we work our jobs, and we live within those means.
Yeah, we just reinvest that. So technically, I guess they don't know that. They just see that there's money coming in. Yeah, I think it's just one more thing that they see that we have money coming in, which is a recommendation that I would have since they came back to us twice wanting more documentation. Give them everything you got up front.
It'll speed things up.
Yeah. That way they're just like, okay, there's a lot, as opposed to just thinking, oh, they probably don't need that. Just give them copies of all that stuff. Statements, investments, income, whatever.
Yeah. Ranjit?
Did you pay up front for the apartment in Portugal? If so, is there a risk of getting ripped off?
Well, there's definitely always a risk. We did, however, contact two of the biggest companies. We were contacted by a couple other individuals that were representing people. Those seemed a little dodgier. So, and they didn't have exactly what we wanted. So we didn't really pursue those people very much. We pursued Living and Feel Porto. Sorry about that. Living and Feel Porto were the two that we pursued. And we ended up going with Living.
Living, it's like LIIIVING.
Yeah. So we had to do security, which was 1 month's rent. And we had to do first and last month's rent. So we've already paid 2,700 euros, but it's a 6-month contract. So we only have 4 months left to pay, and then we'll turn it back in nicely and get that deposit back.
Yeah. So when we booked the apartment, we just had to pay like 1 month to secure it. And we're paying 900 euros because of the location that we're really excited about. It's quite central. There was cheaper. We got a 2-bedroom for that, obviously with the baby. Good view and everything, but you can find cheaper, you can find more expensive depending on what you're looking for. So just when we got the contract, we just had to do the 1 month. And then within actually this past week, at the beginning of the week, we sent in the 2 months, first and last. So essentially we could have gotten we could have lost that 1 month that we put down to secure it if our visas didn't come through. But they did. So we held on to those two until closer after we had our visas. That's what we were allowed to do.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you guys for showing some love to Pincho. He
is super cute. I thought maybe you're talking about him. Okay, thanks, Zach.
Let's drop down to Fred.
Cute, yeah. Mag muffin, it's cute. Sorry, I was just reading Masucci's. How do you mitigate the risk of delay of rental start date because of possible visa delay or denial? Well, I guess you're gonna have to. I just touched on that. You're gonna have to just do 1 month to hold the place. That's exactly what we did.
We delayed the risk by that. And actually was very upfront with them. I just said, look, when is the last day that I can pay you before you're upset and you tear up the contract? And they said Tuesday. The Tuesday
a week before.
That was a week before. Essentially, we got our visas. So we're good.
So it could have just been 1 month, but thankfully we got our visas.
Jack E. Vitt is how I'm saying that. Jackovit. I don't know. Thanks for the question. Did you have to work something out tax related with that company? I'm wondering if my company is going to have to alter my withholding if I'm working remotely for them from Portugal. Yeah, that's probably something to ask them. They might end up putting you as a 1099 maybe. But it depends. It depends. Companies that have employees that are expats and it's common, then they know what to do straight away. But for the companies that we work for,
Well,
it's a little
so
different.
like with mine, I'm able to switch to a 1099. So currently I'm just a normal employee. So I get benefits. I get like a 401k and health insurance and everything. But obviously that comes out of my paycheck. So if I switch to a 1099, then when I do taxes, I file for that. But then I'm not having to pay for those other little things. I don't actually get those benefits, but I obviously don't need those benefits. So that would be something to talk to your company about if you can, if it's even possible to switch to 1099, but you'll definitely want to cut off your health insurance for the states and stuff if you're able to do that once it opens up,
Yeah, just contact your HR.
Yeah,
especially if other people have done it, just contact your HR.
Yeah, it's going to be different.
We couldn't be more definitive there.
Well, it's different for different companies.
It is. So. Yeah. All right, Eddie, Ireland, because we're running over time. We're going to actually answer all your questions, but yeah. So Eddie, Ireland, we are looking. You and your spouse, family, we're looking to move to Porto in late March, and then it got cut off. Eddie, holler at us if you get to make it to Porto. Give us a shout. Keep watching these videos. Hopefully we can help you prepare. Yeah. Back to Jim.
Jim, are you purchasing travel insurance and then purchasing health insurance once you arrive in Portugal, or did you purchase health insurance for Portugal while here in the States?
Yes, the latter. So unfortunately, we as in Americans doing this application, we're required to have insurance before we arrive. Like, it needs to be established. So we went ahead and purchased insurance, and we've actually had it running for 2 months. So it's kind of a
sunk cost.
A sunk cost. Yeah. Good term.
Thanks.
Yeah. It's a sunk cost that we've just had to eat. And it was health insurance, not travel insurance. We actually did a video with the owner of Insured Nomads. And it was a really interesting interview where he actually talks about the difference in the two. We went ahead and we did a more robust health insurance for travel. So it'll cover us when we're going to different countries, except coming back to the US. And when we come back to the US, then we will just purchase
something temporary. It's just way more expensive if you add US as one of the countries in the package.
Yeah. And if you're not coming back much, then you shouldn't worry about it.
Yeah. But there are other routes you can get cheaper than what we got. That's just local, that other people have told us about. That's just Portugal. But because we want to travel, we just went with a bigger package for the three of us.
Yeah. All right. Simply Art.
Did you find clarification regarding if you need to prove the ability to pay for 6 months of living arrangements, or if you need to lock into a rental site unseen? We did. You have to book. You can't just prove that you have the money. VFS.
That's unfortunate.
Did clarify that for us. So you do have to book something. And
in another video, we talked about an idea that some other people brought up, which is, well, can't you just book an Airbnb, or can't you just book a hotel? With it being COVID time, you can always cancel, right? We thought about that. We really did. But we've lived in other places sight unseen, and we just felt comfortable with the price and what it looked like based off of pictures and where it was in the city, that we just went ahead and did it.
Yeah. Because we've been to Porto before, so we knew the location of where the apartment is and where we want it to be. So, and you know what? It's 6 months. So if we don't like it, then we'll move on after that.
Simply Art hits us with a 2-for-1, or actually it's just 2 questions separate. But what transportation will you rely on once in Porto? Portugal.
Public transportation.
Hotel Express, right? Walking and
getting
using
our exercise in, pushing the stroller.
That's right. Cobblestone.
Yeah.
Walking and public transportation. Whenever we actually traveled there, we didn't use taxis very much. We used a lot of public transportation. And we never had a car abroad.
No. We've rented before,
I hate driving.
But I always drive everywhere. If you've noticed in all of our videos, I'm the one driving. I like driving though, but we have rented to travel, but we've never actually had a car where we lived. We've always used public transportation, and it's worked out fine, especially if you're in cities. If you're going to be out in more remote area, then you might want to look into it, a car, but we won't.
I like this next question.
Okay, go for it.
Can you say the name for us? Misuchi.
Misuchi Miss.
Yeah.
I'm saying that right.
I hope so too. Misuchi Miss, let us know if we're actually saying your name properly, and let us know where you're from. How did you segue from teaching into other remote work in a general way? Did you pursue more training, meet contacts, or just apply for remote jobs? Nepotism or not nepotism. Well, maybe yours. So my sister actually, no, but she didn't have power and clout.
Okay,
my sister was working for a company whereby they already had a ton of digital staff. Almost everyone for this company works digitally. And she told me about the job. And I was like, yes, I would love that freedom while Kalie is pregnant and we're about to have a baby. It would be awesome to have that freedom. And then, whenever things settle down, this was before COVID, but whenever things settle down with the baby, be able to travel abroad again. So we just wanted to take a year off and let Kalie actually pursue this job that she had with her mom's company. And all the meanwhile stuff with Expats Everywhere really, really started going. And
it was tough because
I hope it's full time for us soon, man. I really want to
with
do
teaching, we really liked it, and it's what got us abroad. But it's not what either of us actually went to school for initially. And so we've always, with Expats Everywhere, we've always wanted to grow it, but it's hard having full-time jobs and then staying consistent with putting out good quality content.
Which we still don't really put out quality content.
We're trying.
We're consistent.
Consistent, quality. That's why it's so fuzzy in here. We didn't set up our lights. But sorry guys. But then this opportunity with my mom's company, she doesn't own it, but she works digitally as well, and they were looking for someone that could work digitally. And so with being pregnant, we thought it'd be a good opportunity to get into that and possibly get out of teaching and see how it goes. So hopefully with Expats Everywhere, I think you said that earlier when I was with baby. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for that question though.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, here we are. Ruth. Yeah, Ruth Lyons, you guys are so great with all the information you give us.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, trying to help you guys out as much as possible.
Sherry Miller got back to us. Yes, driver's license.
Drivers.
Yeah.
So I guess we touched on that.
We don't have to turn in our driver's license.
No.
And we can actually get an international driver's license. You've done that process.
Yes. But those are generally temporary. I think they only last for like 3 months or something, or a year, or I can't remember.
A year.
Is it okay? There's a time, like a time stamp on those international ones, and it's really easy. That one's easy. I think it was just you apply through the DMV, and they send you something. I can't remember. It was a couple years ago, and it was for Europe, but pretty easy. But we have had some people email about that with information that are wanting to do that, and I think you got to do something over here first so that you don't have to take the driver's test over there.
Oh,
but I can't. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it is. If someone is on here who knows, let us know. But I know that someone was telling me kind of how it worked. Because I was saying we're not going to do it, but you don't have to give up any ID. You just have to do stuff in addition to. But I think if you don't do it, then you just take a driver's test over there.
Yeah.
To get it.
Moving to, Ruth, so excited for us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Fred,
does your company support you guys working remotely in any country? No. I'm just going to.
Yeah, it has been a bit of a struggle.
Sorry. Misuchi Miss, Kalie's fave. Thanks. I'm right across the peninsula from you right now. Safe travels. All right. Cool. Thanks. We're actually leaving on Tuesday. So tomorrow we go do our COVID test and we visit my grandmother and her grandfather. They live here. They haven't seen Valencia, our baby girl. So, yeah.
Yeah. So not looking forward to this COVID test because they got to stick the thing up your nose. But
we had some retracted messages. Okay. I don't know why. Ash, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you find the advice useful.
Ruth, again, can you use an Airbnb for your apartment rental?
Touched on that. You can. Yeah.
VFS confirmed you can.
Yep.
Travel girl, I heard getting a VPN is recommended so you can get to your banking, Netflix. Yes. What have you heard? And do you know if Amazon delivers to Portugal? Yes. Some banks you actually will need a VPN. They will not let you access from abroad.
Yeah. We had that problem in Singapore actually, which has a lot of cybersecurity.
Yeah. VPNs, NordVPN is one. NORD.
ExpressVPN. Yeah. Those are good.
Yes. So if you want to use your US Netflix account, then you will need a VPN because they have different copyright things going on. So you can't have US Netflix and you will not be able to
They'll have different programming.
Yeah.
So actually, that's kind of cool. You use a VPN and you can switch to a different country to see what their programming is. That's a fun fact.
And Amazon does go to Portugal, but it will be different as well.
Different products, different product offerings,
different prices, because they're normally, I read, coming from Spain or the UK. It's going to be more expensive if it's coming from the US, but they are there.
Yep.
George D, how do you decide on Porto versus other locations in Portugal?
Great question. So we've been to 4 different cities or areas of Portugal, and Porto has just been our favorite. It's been like a magnet for us. We've been there multiple times in different seasons. And yeah, we just really like it. We like the vibe there. The people aren't as hustle and bustle and cosmopolitan as Lisbon. It's cheaper than Lisbon, which I like, but it's still big. It still has good flights and connections. In the south, Faro does as well. But the beachy vibe down there is a little too laid back, and it's a little more isolated despite all the good flights. So yeah.
The
Porto.
weather gets a little cooler. That's where the port
4
wine
seasons.
is. So you can go visit those.
Yeah.
Port wine.
Yep.
So yeah, just our preference.
All right, let's keep rolling.
Jim, how did you get your FBI reports for fingerprints? Did you go through the police department or the post office or a private company? So we went through fast fingerprinting. It was really easy. And we do talk about that.
Fast fingerprints.
Fast fingerprints, thanks. I think we actually talked about that in our very first vlog. It's either the first or the second one that we did. So you just make an appointment. You go there. You tell them what you want it for, because they do different things. That it's for an FBI background check. They take your fingerprints. They send that off. They give you a piece of paper, like an application. You fill out. You scan that and email. They give you the email address and email that. And you pay for your fingerprints, and then you pay for the FBI and then background check, and then it will come to you. So fast fingerprints was really easy because they send it off for you. You just have to do a quick application and email. Yeah.
I'm going to try something because I've seen this done on other live streams. If you guys like the information that we're giving, I see that there are 12 thumbs up. There's 42 people in here. Can you give us a thumbs up if you like the information? Can you like the video for us?
Oh,
look at that.
We got two.
Two more, yes.
Aha, okay.
Thanks. Okay.
And
That's just coming. It's just rolling in.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
We're running long on this. Sorry about this, guys, but we do want to get through all the questions. Okay. So Danielle, right? I don't know. Let's get down.
Yep.
Danielle Perry, how long did it take you to get your apostille stamp on the FBI background check? Okay. So we didn't need an apostille because we didn't open it up.
Do not open.
Do not open.
You have to get the apostille if you open it.
If you open it up. Don't open it. Don't open it. Don't do it.
We didn't even open, like it came in a big envelope, and I'm pretty sure it's in an envelope inside.
Yeah.
We didn't even open what it came in.
We let them.
And that was from VFS. They said if you do not open it, you do not need the apostille.
Yep. Melody.
I've read that apostille stamp by the U.S. Department is taking 11 weeks. Yeah.
Yo,
okay.
Yeah.
So
don't do it. Don't open it. Melody.
Yep. Thanks so much. We'd love to see a video about the dog inspection in Portugal, how long it takes, etc. Yes.
You got it.
I will go through all of that over here, and then what happens over there, because real quick, you do have to send the information to the airport that you're arriving to. And then I did hear back from them, and he has to be inspected. And they told me where, once we pick up our bags, he has to be inspected before we leave the airport. So we will video that, try to video that.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about when we get there.
We're going to try to roll through these quicker. Sorry, guys, because I know we're running long. Are you hiring someone to help? This is Jim again. Are you hiring someone to help with the SEF appointment, or are you doing this on your own? Okay, so fun fact, I think we said this in one of the past videos, but when we got the paperwork, they actually gave us an appointment already, time and day, in January.
We didn't even pick it.
So we might try to see if we can get that moved forward, just because maybe they're backed up. I don't know. We're going to try to do it on our own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Croissant, I'm guessing.
Apostille.
Croissant. Okay.
Croissant.
Yeah.
Apostille, we heard from our attorney and VFS that a sealed FBI report in the original brown envelope is sufficient to apostille client unless you open the envelope. Don't
open it.
You skipped.
It just jumps.
Masucci Miss, that's great. Love that you use public transport. You say my name right. I'm slightly north of Naples. Okay, cool.
Travel girl.
I heard in order to get your driver's license in Portugal, we should bring a record of your U.S. license so it's easier to obtain. Have you heard?
That sounds right.
I would say that you want to prove that you have taken some tests and done documentation in the U.S. So any type of ID, like your driver's license or any ID, bring that over.
Yeah.
2 years.
Okay.
Sushi missed 2 years. Zachariah Fomi, the COVID test isn't that bad.
That's good to know. Zach, did you get the one way back up the nose? Like scratching the brain? Let us know in the comments.
Valencia's going to hate it because when she's got little boogers and I've got this little thing called Oogie Bear, which is like a little hook that gets them out, which I love. She hates it. So she's not going to like it. Sushi miss international driver's license came back from 1 to 2 years. Okay. Couldn't remember. It was a while ago, but still temporary. So if you're going to only be there 1 to 2 years, you can do that. If not, you want to look into something long-term. Yeah. Fred, thank you so much for the advice and information. Have a great trip tomorrow. Thanks. Oh, leaving Tuesday.
Leaving Tuesday, but thank you. We understand the sentiment.
Thank you. Travel Girl, thanks for going before us and answering our questions.
We love it. We love this, guys.
And anyone who's on here, or that sees this, that when you make it to Portugal, if you're in Porto,
holler at us.
Yeah, let us know. We'll meet up. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Danielle, thank you, Prasant. The FBI website says current processing time for identity history summary requests minimum 12 weeks. Allow additional time for mail. Yeah. The apostille. You don't want to have to deal with that.
Well, and now that everything's opening back up, I'm sure they're just being inundated with people who've been waiting, chomping at the bit to get going. So get your paperwork in early.
Especially those who have to go through San Francisco. We have guys in San Francisco. For Prasant, we did ours via the post office at the height of COVID, and it took 2 weeks. Our appointment is Tuesday, so maybe I'm totally wrong. We will find out. Yeah. Post office was at the apostille or the fingerprints?
No, probably the FBI background check. No?
I don't know.
Okay, let's keep going.
Post office?
George.
Thank you. Porto is beautiful and the port wine is delicious. Yeah. Looking forward to your Porto vlogs. Yes. We do like those port wine areas. RJ,
thank you. You're welcome.
Jack, blessings. Sharon, love you guys. You're so down to earth. Thanks for being so open and informative. Thanks, Sharon.
Thank you, Sharon.
Ash, thumbs up to you too. Simply Art, about how much was the process of getting the 3 of you visas all in with everyone's fees and miscellaneous?
Okay, so great question. And what we're going to do, because I've already thought about this, when we get to the other side, we're going to put all that stuff together, break down the cost, and put out another video because we know that's important. We know it's important for people to kind of understand the cost. So we're going to do that.
It's a lot though. Honestly, like when you think about all the little things you have to do, you've got to do all the money orders. You've got to do the notarizing the passports. You've got to do health insurance. You've got to book accommodations, your flights.
And some of the money orders don't get used. And that's frustrating.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You're supposed to send we had 3, right? 3 money orders because to send back our passports, but the embassy sent them all together. So that means that
somebody pocketed some money. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, but that's what we were told to do. Yeah. But we'll do a video that will really break it down. Yeah. But it can be a lot. Let's see, where are we?
I think some people are putting thumbs up instead of the like button. But
I see.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe they're saying they hit the like button. Either way, thumbs up.
If you haven't hit that like button, I guess it's probably up there.
Somewhere down below.
For ours
probably.
It is. I don't know. Yeah. Zachariah, both.
Travel Girl, what phone service?
Wait, but
what?
Zach's done both the up the nose and
nice, Zach.
And the mouth, I think.
Spit in the vial. Yeah.
Fun.
COVID testing.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Travel Girl.
Thanks 2020. Yeah. What phone service will we use? We haven't decided yet. We'll let you know when we get there. Some of these questions, like about living in Portugal, we'll make videos on that as well.
Yeah, because we're not quite sure yet.
Yep. It's been great.
RJ, this has been great. Fast question. Yeah. What will your first couple of days look like? Are there things you have to do when you arrive? Required. Safe travels. Thank you. Yeah,
so I think what we'll try to do is first day when we arrive, we're going to stay in a hotel. It gives us a little buffer between when we arrive and when we are going to try to move in. So in case there's any problem meeting up with the property management company, we just wanted to build that buffer in. The hotel wasn't expensive, easy walking distance to the apartment. So we did that. We would like to try to get our NIF, or our tax number straight away. So then we can open up the bank account. we're going to try to get rolling on that stuff. And again, we'll make videos on it.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing for me is getting the baby back on her schedule because she is a good sleeper.
Yeah.
Obviously we're in the other room, right, talking, and I mean, she had to burp
right.
earlier, but yeah, so I'm hoping that that's not too hard with the time zone change.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be fun. Maybe we'll go live at a ridiculous hour. Okay. Me, not him. He'll be asleep. I'll be awake. Okay, Mr. Bob Cola, thumbs up. Thank you. Simply Art, even your little has to take the COVID. Portugal doesn't have a minimum age requirement for the test. Everyone has to take it.
There's a lot of silly stuff they make little kids do, like global entry.
Yeah.
But let's not get started on that.
That's a whole other thing. But yeah, everyone has to, even minors. And I did confirm that the other day on the Air France website.
Yeah.
They said that.
Again, Simply Art.
Simply Art. Rock on for all the info. Much appreciated. Awesome.
Last couple ones.
Sandra Marks Webster. This has been great. Husband and I are in the process of applying, and VFS San Francisco has just reopened. So hopefully we can get this done. Appreciate your info. Keep it coming. Awesome.
Great.
Yes, we have heard that one has opened. So if you have not yet, and that's your jurisdiction, send your stuff in because a lot of people are doing it. So get that rolling.
We know why you want to move from San Francisco or California. What a mess.
Ash, did you do an in-person visa appointment with VFS or submit your application for all three of you by mail?
All by the mail.
All by mail.
Yeah.
We didn't have to go in.
Yeah, it's great.
You guys are awesome. Excited to watch your journey. Thanks. Ash. Travel Girl, you guys rock. Thanks again. See you in Portugal. Keep the info coming. Yes. Let us know when you make it. Ranjit, I hope I said that right.
Yeah.
Safe travels. Thank you. Thank you. Sherry, thanks for your time and all information. Safe travels. Ruth, yes, safe travels. Hannah, safe travels.
Oh, I like the lovey emoji.
Yes.
Oh, and Artur.
My advice and most coverage is MEO.
MEO, yeah.
From mobile.
MEO. Artur, is MEO still a main sponsor for Porto, FC Porto football club?
Soccer team.
Yeah. The soccer team. Football.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much. We're gonna wrap up here because we're about an hour
from
out.
Melody and me,
I'm
just reading them all.
Your all's love in the comment section is
thank you guys.
amazing.
Catch you in the next one. Sharon, have a great trip and enjoy your time in Portugal. Artur got back to you.
What did he say, Artur?
Yes, and what was it? MEO.
Yeah, MEO.
Okay, so we'll look into that one for phones. Sakurai Sam says, "Good luck and safe travels." Thanks, Sam. RJ. Suchi, muchas gracias. Looking forward to your vids. Thanks. Oh, Saru, for me, will you post again before you leave?
Probably not post again, but we're shooting stuff as we go.
Yeah. Maybe depending on how things go at the airport, we might go live if we can, just like on the phone.
Yeah, maybe just to say hello.
We'll see how
everybody.
Crazy it is.
Yeah.
When we get there with the baby, the dog, and all that fun stuff. So if we can, maybe we'll put something live just to show you we're getting on the plane. But we are filming stuff. So hopefully soon after we get there, we can put something together so you can see the travel stuff.
Yeah.
So make sure, I guess you have to hit the notification bell to know that we go live. It'll send you an update.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. If you hit the notification bell, you'll get those
on
notifications.
Yeah.
Yeah.
J Jax from Spain. Bye. George D. Thanks for your willingness to share all this info. Good luck with the COVID test. Bon voyage. So true. Everyone pray for negative COVID tests because that's true.
That could derail
a bit of a
snag. That could derail us.
Artur, I don't know. That's Portuguese.
So he's saying, good travels.
Good trip. I'm not even going to try to say that.
Yeah.
J Jax, let's go Lakers.
Like bon voyage in French.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go Lakers. Sure. Are they playing right now? I don't know. Danielle Perry just figured it out. If you submit criminal background check to the FBI website, it isn't taking as long, 3 to 5 days. Yes, plus mail time. Not so stressed now. SF console is open. Thanks. Yeah, it should be quick, actually.
Danielle, it should be fast.
Mm-hmm. Just don't open it.
Just don't open it and don't be a criminal. And your criminal background check will be clean.
Subaru for me, cool, safe travels. Awesome, guys.
Thanks. Thank you guys. It's been amazing to do this. I did not expect so many questions and just, so much love from you guys. Continue watching our videos. And if we can answer anything for you, put that stuff in the comments of those videos and we'll be sure to get around to it. We try. We literally read everything. If it's not me, it's her, vice versa. And we love the community that you guys are building with us, and we appreciate it.
Yes.
And any video that we do, just hit the like button. Yep. It helps out ridiculously, like so much. And if you have friends that like this stuff, share it, because the YouTube God's algorithm, whatever you want to call it, they love it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, awesome.
Cool.
We'll sign off. We'll chat soon.
Yeah, we got to get some sleep. We're trying to be at the COVID testing center at
7 a.m. tomorrow,
7
right when they open.
a.m. bright and early.
Woohoo!
All right, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Peace.